Good morning and namaskar viewers, you're watching Good Morning Northeast with me Debajyoti Das Gupta, and viewers, as we step into a whole new fresh episode of Good Morning Northeast, we start off with the episode with some sort of positivity, zeal and energy, and when we say that, it gives me immense pleasure actually to sit here on this couch, because I get to meet a lot of variety of talents. I get to meet a lot of people who comes from the expertised world, and they come here, they talk, and of course they also showcase their talent. But this morning, dear viewers, I have someone very, very special who's joined me here. So without any further ado, I roll the camera to my guest. She is Tanuja Chetia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, viewers, as we have already seen Tanuja ji, let me tell you that she holds a wonderful and a very, very prolific designations attached to her name, variety of decorations attached to her name, because she is a fashion designer. So it's always fun to actually interact with a fashion designer. And apart from that, viewers, what is also very, very important this morning, that she is actually a Reiki Grand Master. Apart from that, she is Access Bars Facilitator, and also she is the Access Facelift Practitioner and a Pranic Healer too. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for inviting me to the show.
That's completely our pleasure. Firstly, Tanuja ji, I think I need to put this question out to you, that from a fashion designer, which is a complete different world with lots of glitz and glamour, how did you decide, or how did it happen that you changed and came forward with the spirituality, as we call?
Okay. I think there was a certain time in my life where I had gone through a trauma in my life. And during that time, actually, I was in search of something which is just going to give me mental peace. And during that time, you know, someone came and told me that why don't you attend a Reiki workshop. During that time, I had no knowledge about Reiki. And then when I just did the class, it was amazing. Like, you know, I really loved it. And since then, I kept on practicing. I did my meditations, and it really, you know, just opened up it just changed my world. And from there, I think the journey has started, and 20 years into Reiki.
20 years into Reiki. And then you stepped into with a pranic healing as well.
Yeah, pranic healing came recently to my life. I think it's just, 1.5 years since I'm into pranic. But before that, Access came to my life.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was also, you know, quite interesting. Like, you know, there was a friend who just sent me an invitation that why don't you come to Ahmedabad and do the Access Bars workshop. And, you know, like bars, when I heard the word bars, what is bars? We just know only one bar.
The terminology.
Yeah,
in fact,
exactly.
Let me tell you that the first time when I spoke to her, the Access Bars, something else came to my mind.
Yeah, exactly. So that was also in my mind. And then I asked her, okay, just tell me, how are bars going to help me? She told me that, Tanuja, pata hai, life change ho jayega and din raat ka fark hoga. I said, how come? Then she told me, why don't you attend my workshop? And I said, okay, let me just think. And during that time, you know, I just searched over Google, what are Access Consciousness Bars? And I got into contact with Jimli Bora, who is the first facilitator from Assam.
Jimli Bora?
Jimli Bora. And of course, she doesn't stay here. She is based in Bangalore right now. And then I got into contact with her, and I was really happy that, no, she's an Assamese. And then after talking to her, like, she said, Tanuja, why don't you organize a workshop? Let me go to Guwahati. And then like, I organized a workshop, and she came down. And after doing the workshop, like, you know, just because I'm associated with so many people, just because I teach Reiki, so I have a group of people, and I just told my people that, do you want to, you know, do the workshop? So after doing the workshop, like, it was wow. And then Jimli said that, now Tanuja, as you have done the class, there is no point waiting. Why don't you become a facilitator? And during that time, of course, I had to travel. I went to Mumbai. I did the second class from there. I also did a class in Kolkata, and I fulfilled the criteria, and then I had to apply for the license, just because Access Consciousness Bars, it started from the US.
Okay.
And Gary Douglas is the founder of Access Consciousness, and I so love this person, because he is the person who has really changed my life.
Lovely. Well, we'll get into the details a little later, but before that, I want to know something that has to do with glitz and glamour, which is your fashion designing.
Okay.
So, how long has it been that you are practicing designing? Because I'm sure that designing is not an easy task, or maybe what happens in today's day that we find designers, there are a lot of designers, quote unquote, who takes this profession to be quite easy, which exactly is not, because it comes with a lot of research work and then interpret the same to their audience.
Okay.
So since when are you into this profession?
This is also, I think it started from 2000.
2000.
Or probably before that. Just because earlier I just, out of passion I used to do designing, but later on actually I was noticed. And then I actually do a lot of theme-based work, just because my Mikla Chadars carries a story. I have worked on different stories, like the Chaklang, which is the marriage system of Assam. You will find this picture on the achal of my Mikla Chadars, and I have done innumerable work. And then I was even invited to foreign countries for exhibition. I had gone to different places. I had exhibited in England, South Africa, China, different places. And I think I'm very satisfied with the way that I have worked into the designing sector. And my creations have really gone abroad. And I really got a lot of name and fame.
That's
and fantastic. I'm really thankful to the media, just because the media has really supported me so much. And now I think I have a name for myself. People know me. Yeah.
That's great. So when you started off, which was back, for example, say 20 years, you stated you started in 2000 and it's 2020. Since then to 2020, what are the changes that you find? So do you find the changes to be good, positive, or has it really socially impacted?
Yeah, it has really changed. But I will tell you one thing, that after Reiki, getting into Reiki, it really changed my world. First of all, you see, you need a healthy body.
Yes.
And I had a lot of health issues. Like I had allergy problems, I had asthma, I had migraine. And then doing Reiki, I just got cured of my health issues. And then I could see the positive aspect of life, and meditation, the Reiki meditation is really superb, healing your chakras, healing the 7 major chakras in your body. After that, you see the changes. And after Reiki, I'll tell you that now, within a very short time, I think I have achieved a lot through Access. Just because, Access is a way of life. And Access bars, after getting the bars run on me, I have experienced tremendous changes. You could say my dreams have come to fruition.
Okay. So do you say that because you knew Reiki, that helped your way, that cleared your ways, pedestals for Access or Prebi for pranic healing as well, because they are completely different aspects. So did that help you in your personal life?
Yeah, sure, it helped me. Just as I said, see, the major problems in a person's life is, first of all, number one is health. Then monetary problem is the biggest problem.
Yes.
And nowadays, people are so depressed when things don't work with their lives. People are very depressed. So Access bars will just help you to get out of depression. Okay. I have certain cases where people are very suicidal, and suicide tendencies are on the rise. And coming into Access, I got to know that suicide tendency is a thought which is not your thought. It comes from someone else. Someone might be into depression, and that it could come to you.
And in fact, in today's world, we see that in the recent times we have seen the suicidal thought process is more frequent. It's more often.
And when you get the bars run for that sort of a person, that person will never think of committing suicide. Okay. And monetary changes, monetary blockages are the things that I've seen. And supposing you have certain talents, and you're not being, you are not trying to get something which you want in your life, and then you just get your bars run. And we have wonderful clearing statements with Access, which is just be in the ask. So when you come to a class, you will be taught about how to deal with certain things. Just by doing the verbal clearings, you could just experience amazing changes in your life, and you will just get your destination. And monetary changes is very, fast. It's super fast.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So Tanuja ji, thank you so much. We'll just slip into a short breather.
Sure.
Well, viewers, it's now time for me to slip into a short breather, but please stay tuned because I am in conversation with Tanuja Chetia, and the conversation is really getting very interesting. So I do not want you to miss out on anything. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Good Morning Northeast with me, Devajyoti Das Gupta, and dear viewers, this morning I am joined by an absolute senior sure, a lovely personality. She is Tanuja Chetia. She is here with me. So thank you once again for sharing this wonderful thoughts with us. Well, Tanuja ji, now I want to know that, as you have already stated that in Reiki, you have got the 7 chakras that functions basically. You try and heal them. So what is with access? You stated that the bars.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that all my viewers would want to get some more clarification onto this. What are bars basically? How do you define the bars?
As I said, that bars are 32 points on the head. And when you run the bars for a person, a bar session can last from 1 hour to 1.5 hours. And we have certain points. And when you run the bars, running the bars is it's only on the head. You just have to touch the head, and you have to keep it in certain places, and then you will just you can just feel the energy. And after the bar session is run, some people, they will just go to sleep. If a person is having insomnia, that thing also will be healed. And then things will start changing and shifting. If that person is wanting an opportunity to come to his life, all of a sudden from nowhere he will get a job opportunity. And people who are having a job and is just waiting for promotion, to get a promotion, all of a sudden from nowhere you'll just hear that a person getting a promotion. And then I can tell you all these things just because I have wonderful feedbacks, and all these are testimonials from mine.
I will get back to you on that. But now what I want to know is that you have stated Access facelift practitioner. So what is facelift? Because when I'm sure that many of our viewers was probably watching facelift, when we talk about facelift, that they believe into the cosmetology. So what is that basically?
Access facelift is also a part of Access, and this, it has to do on the face. Now see, all of us are very judgmental about ourselves, like that after 40s people become more judgmental. They're worried about their hairs, they get gray hairs, they get wrinkles, and then some have double chin. So you have a lot of problems in your body. And then with Access facelift, it's only done on the face, and there you use different energies. And then after the facelift, like if you can take 20 sessions, you will see that your age, like whatever is your age, you will look 10 years younger.
Wow. So is this only the touch that's on your face, as in the points?
Exactly, touch, and we have certain certain ways, how to just do. You could just say, like, when you go to the parlor, you get a facial. So it's almost a thing that has to, we work with energies actually. So energies are given. And I'll tell you one more thing, that the facelift energies is not only to make you beautiful, but it can be used on different if you have pain, Access facelift energies can also be used to heal pain. Now, today when I came, I think you had a...
Yes, absolutely. I was about to talk that. So viewers, let me tell you that initially when I came in, I was in the makeup room, all prepped up, and I was not feeling well at all because I have this severe headache. But Tanuja, madam, she was there. I didn't know her, to be very honest, at that point of time. When she came in, I had a word with one of my colleagues in the makeup room, and she stated, okay, fine, I think I can do something for you. I said, okay, please feel free to do, ma'am. And then I think she applied her magic on me. And believe me when I say that you can rest assured, I am being very true to my heart, that within, I think, a fraction of minutes, it just disappeared. My headache completely vanished. So I have been so thankful to you. So I'm on record now. I'm on television. I'm on record being one of your testimony. But then I'm sure that you have been working for so long now. It's been ages. It's been a few years, I'm sure, that you are dealing with so many people with various problems into their life, and we usually remember of all sort of spirituality, doctors, anything that could be possible only once we are going through hardship.
True.
So what is the kind of reactions that you get in from people?
So when people come, like all I see is they're very much judgmental. And after the session is done, or some people come to me, they cry a lot. You know, all I tell them is just go to sleep. Let me do something on your head. And after the session, like they say, wow. And you know, if supposing you have a trauma drama in your life, okay, and then you come to me very worried, and like, you know, you keep on complaining, blah blah blah. You had a fight with someone, and like things are not working in your life, and you just, when I run the bars for that person, like, you know, after some time, that person is like, wow, what did you do to me? Like, you know, I'm feeling so good, like it's my head is totally empty now. So this is the reaction.
So Tanuja ji, suppose now we would want to get into a little more depth about the courses or probably the sessions. So how do we get in touch with you, or what are the kind of sessions that you provide for the viewers or probably for everyone?
Yeah. I also give body process sessions. Like, you know, body process is given on the immune system. Okay. Like we have the third eye, the thymus, liver, pancreas, and the kidneys. This is very important. And once you actually do the foundation class, you will be able to, you know, just do it on yourself. And I give body process sessions. I give excess facelift sessions. And with this, like, you know, actually when a person comes to me, knowing his condition, I heal that person.
That's beautiful. So now I want to know that your sessions, when you talk about your sessions, when you talk about classes and your workshops, so are they three completely different to each another, or is it like you do your sessions and then you teach them to go ahead and probably proceed and further spread the same techniques?
Yeah. Class and workshop is the same thing actually. So when nowadays I organize workshops on second and fourth Saturday, just because, you know, it's convenient for people and who is a working woman also. So, and according to people's demand also I do, like sometimes like there is someone who says that no, I cannot wait for a class immediately, I want to do a class. So that way also I do, but I'm more happy, you know, doing it in bigger groups. Just because when you do it in a bigger group, like the energies are very high. So if a person comes for a one-day workshop, like starting from 9:30 to 5:36 in the evening, they're just going to complete the whole course. And after that, they will get an international certificate. And after that, getting that certificate, they just need to do, they just need to practice. And once like they are confident that yes, now, you know, I can give sessions, they are also eligible to earn money.
This is so beautiful. And I'm sure that we got to learn a lot many things from you, ma'am, and this has been such a beautiful and a spectacular episode with you. Thank you so much.
But just within one episode, we can't just finish.
True, very true.
We have so many stories.
But I definitely want you to share a few words with our viewers this morning, because it's very important for them to heal themselves up spiritually, internally, and of course, what is more important, organically. So I would want you to share a few words to them.
So all I would like to tell everyone, just, you know, while waking up in the morning, just say, okay, universe, what magic can you show me today? What magic, or what magic can I be to the universe? And let me just give you an access clearing statement, which is, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Use this as an antibiotic. Chant this 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the afternoon, and 10 times before going to bed. You could even chant this statement over a glass of water and drink it, and see how things are going to change in your life. Just all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tanuja ji.
Thank you so much once again.
Great pleasure.
Yeah, it was
and
my
in
pleasure
fact,
too.
very shortly I'm going to see you. That would be a personal one-on-one interaction.
Yeah, I will just be waiting for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was again a pleasure for us to have you here with us. Thank you
so much.
Well, viewers, with this, it's now time for me to say you goodbye, but keep watching Northeast Live for more updated and freshly brewed contents and, of course, the recent news. Thank you.